Hey guys and girls, it's Russ from russowpti.com. Today's video is a little bit different than the usual type of video which I like to do. In today's video I want to discuss how to deal with, I guess, the naysayers in your life, negative people. We all have them around us. They tend to drag us down quite a lot. And nobody has a life where they don't have this sort of person around them. Believe me, everyone goes through this crap. But often how you deal with it will affect ultimately how far you can go in your life, you know. And this is something which came about because I've received a few emails to our site, which, as you know, is about fitness and helping people build muscle or lose weight. And I've got a few emails from people, you know, thanking me for the videos we've done, but they've then went on to say, you know, that before they found our videos and got the confidence to push themselves and stuff, that they were being held back by, well, by the people they'd expect to support them, you know, family and friends. They're the same people who hold us back, who we expect would support us. You know, it happens to a lot of people. And I just wanted to do a video to let those particular people know, I guess, just that it's, you know, it's not just them. It's quite hard for me to, I don't normally do videos like this. It's just that it's not just them. This happens to a lot of people. You know, it happened to me when I started. I don't like talking about my personal life outside of what I do. I tend to keep a lot of that to myself, but I feel like with a video like this, I guess it's the perfect opportunity because it might, I guess, help someone who's going through this and who sent us messages. So I mean, see, a lot of people now, they know me as, I guess, Russ, the fitness instructor, the fitness guy off YouTube, or perhaps as Russ, the full-time dad who started his own business with, I think it was minus £17 in my bank account and built a 5-figure income working from home. Things I'm very proud of. But what a lot of people don't know me as is before that. You know, like I say, I had minus £17 in my bank account. I mean, and I had a 2-year-old son at the time. And there were times back then, although I love what I do, you know, there wasn't enough hours back then for me to work. And with a 2-year-old boy, it's hard for me to talk about this. And there were times I couldn't feed my son when he was 2 years old. You know, I didn't have enough money to buy food for my kid or electricity for our apartment. I used to go to bed thinking, how the hell are we going to get out of this mess, you know? And the whole time, you know, I was doing what I loved and stuff, but the whole time I had people telling me that I should just quit on what I want to do and I should just go do something I don't like, or, you know, I told you you'd fail and all that stuff. And when I started out setting up my own business and stuff, again, same thing happened. You will never make it, and all this stuff. From people that I thought would support me, from family members who had set up their own businesses, you know, were giving me crap about trying to do the same thing, and they knew the situation I was in with my kid. I had no choice, and that's the same sort of stuff which happened to me, you know. So, yeah, it's not just a select few people who get it. It tends to happen to almost everyone. It happens to me, and people tend to forget that now with how far we've come since then. But, you know, believe me, it was like 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I had no money. The worst part about those times that I can remember is not what other people were saying, it's that my son, 2 years old, and he would look at me every single day like I was the best dad in the world. If you're another parent, you probably get what I mean here when I say that I didn't like it when he looked at me like that, because I didn't feel like I was. You know, I felt like I would let him down or something. That's something that's horrible. That's something that's going to stick with me forever, that feeling that you're not providing for your kids. But the thing is, those negatives are what got me out of that bad situation, because I turned them around into positives, you see. With it being my son, you know, and the time when I didn't have enough money to feed him, I felt like a bum dad, you know, real can't really describe it, how bad I felt about that. You're having to go around to someone else's house, and it's horrible. But that same time now is what helps push me on, if you know what I mean. I can turn that negative around, make it into a positive. And that's what pushes me past anybody else. You know, when I want to do something, I do it. That's how I built that 5-figure income. That's how I got my career on track, and that's how I do what I love for a living. All things which people told me I wouldn't be able to do, I switched those negatives around. And ultimately, your perception, your inner strength, your mindset is what's going to determine how far you can go. Not some guy who you know telling you you won't be able to do this, or you won't be able to lose weight, or you won't be able to, you know, become a pro bodybuilder. Ultimately, someone else saying it might. Who cares? Who cares? The thing I didn't want to happen with me is I didn't want to be sat there with my grandkids and they're saying, "What did you want to do when you were younger?" And I'd said, I didn't even try, you know, because some person who's not even relevant in our lives anymore might have laughed, you know. That isn't a lesson that I wanted to pass on to another generation of my family. And thankfully now I don't have to. But I don't want to see other people out there that are going through that crap. And those emails really got to me, and that's why I didn't reply in email. I thought, I'm going to do this video so people can see, you know. It's not just, it doesn't matter if it's just some jerk in your family saying you can't do something. The only thing that matters is you. And I tend to find that a lot of people like to say that you can't do something just because they feel like they couldn't do it, and they want to make themselves feel better about it by saying, "Oh, you can't either." They don't. A lot of the time as well, they don't really mean it. You know, it's all about making themselves feel good. But ultimately, use that. I used it. You know, I used it. The people who mocked me when I was starting out in both fitness and with my online business, now strangely silent. I've got to admit, family members don't even talk to me anymore, rather than just admit, "Yeah, we're sorry, we were dicks to you back then, you know, congratulations." They don't even talk, and that's the mentality of that type of person. Just don't become one of them, you know, because I think a lot of that loser mentality, where they just want to drag other people down, it's almost like a disease, and they like to, I guess, losers attract other losers. You know, they like to be around other losers, and the way I mean that is they like to drag other people down with them. You know, even if you're not like that now, if you've got someone around you, think of the friend, we've all got one, the friend who you don't want to be stuck in a lift with, because they drag you down, you know. You don't want to get like that, because then I find that when you just, you know, you live your life with a mentality that you believe you can do stuff, you know, you think, why not? Try is the least you can do. All you're going to do is succeed or fail. It's not a big deal. And doors open up all around you. Not just, you know, with the possibilities you can get in the gym, but with your career and stuff. I mean, I know firsthand. All through simple self-belief. You know, people can have their opinions, but at the end of the day, that's all it is. And it's no more important than yours or mine or the next guy or, you know, my dogs. I don't know. So I just wanted to get this video done, because I don't like getting videos, messages where I can see people going through that type of thing, because I think it's about time people stood up against people like that, who are holding them back just to make themselves feel a bit better for a day or two, as to why they didn't do something with their lives. You know, it tends to be the sort of person who has worked the same job for 10 years, but they complain every single day that they hate it, and they do nothing about it. You tell them to do something, to go and do this, go and do that, and they've got a million excuses why they can't. Yet all they seem to do all the time is to drag you down and tell you that you can't do stuff and make you feel bad about yourself. And there comes a point, guys, when you're just going to have to think, you know what am I doing here? What do I want to do with my life? Because you're going to get one. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching this video. I really appreciate it, because it's a bit different to the normal one, about fitness and diet. So, but in my view, mindset, mentality is just as important, if not even more, because without self-belief, the other two things aren't really going to happen, are they? Thanks a lot for stopping by.